But we talk about how these two teams have been playing recently, right? xSOLOQUEue not exactly starting off hot, but they are rising up. Execration kind of in the other direction. That's gonna be following up with Something versus Vengeance later. But yeah, let's talk about this match that is to be seen right now. So Execration, they started us off pretty good at the start of our group stage. I think they did lose to Matches B, who have been looking really impressive lately. For xSOLOQUEue, it took them a while to get here. I think kind of in the same footing as Execration, only slightly lower at the start of the group stage. So this time around, this is going to be our tiebreaker between these two teams. And of course, let's start it off here by introducing the squad of xSOLOQUEue.
And yeah, we're gonna pop out on our screen. Of course, it's still the exact same five. Here's si Hiko, si Kim, RTA, Luke, and etong si Bin. 8, obviously, it's been a pretty solid run para sa xSOLOQUEue so far. Dito sa group stage natin, only netting one loss, and I think that is against itong Matches B, if my memory does serve me correctly here. So gonna be interesting kung anong pwede nilang ilabas against one of the harder teams, which is gonna be Execration, of course. That is gonna pop out on our screens. And ayun nga, Execration, of course, looking pretty solid as well. I think with the brand spanking new lineup, not really. It's just old members na Exe coming back in fruition with Aries, Avon, Dracifer, Charleston, and etong si Seiya. So, ano Josh, what's the feeling? What's the feelings like dito, pare?
The thing about Execration right now, I think they are kind of coming into their own as this kind of quote-unquote revamped roster with the addition of Dracifer as the rookie. Although they have been tested time and time again, right? But I think the calling overall from Aries is what's really bringing this team above and beyond. Because these guys, they know how to play on an individual level, right? But the importance here is when you want to be in the top 8, the top 16 of the Philippines, man. You gotta have that good macro calling, which is brought to us by one of the veterans in the scene, Aries.
Yes, sir. And they look like more of a solid team. And I feel like, nung narinig ko si Aries, I feel like he is the person to fix that kind of problems dito ng Execration. Obviously, a veteran. He's literally in yung commercial dun sa regionals, pare. So, let's see if he can take it all the way with the Execration squad. As we do take a look at the veto, possibly, I'm expecting itong Execration to probably try and prioritize itong Black Widow. Obviously, Ankara Mexico is going to be banned, so Execration going to go Port instead. xSOLOQUEue going sub-base, and they're going to go Compound for the last map. Interesting itong Port, no? Kasi xSOLOQUEue is also really good on this map. But Execration, they've gotten some work dito sa mapa na to, and with xSOLOQUEue starting dito sa GR side, Execration needs to pull out something sa BN na maaga dito, pare.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting one. I think because of Execration recently adding Mexico to their map rotation, I think that has actually opened up quite a few avenues for them here in our map pool. Right, knowing that, of course, Port starting it off here, I think it's, of course, going to be a duel of our snipers again. I think Minate has been pretty fire on the AWM
Yes,
Port
sir.
recently.
Ito yung problema, no? They're playing Port on game 1, and from what I've known, matagal ko na itong kaya si Minate. You've seen Minate game 1, pare. It ain't too pretty. It ain't too pretty, that's for sure. So sana, hindi natin makita yung classic Minate Game 1 na kailangan niya pa magpainit ng paunti-unti dito. Kasi sobrang importante ng match na to actually, Josh. Kasi this is gonna, break the tie between xSOLOQUEue and itong Execration, at least in terms of yung series score, map score, obviously. I had the xSOLOQUEue. We went up against yung Herbie Gaming team kahapon and we lost 0-2. So I kind of dragged the Vanguard name down in the mud, pare. But anyways, we're gonna take a start dito sa game natin. BL side para sa Execration. And xSOLOQUEue, ain't no way they are running the man Minato. They're 6th man instead of who are they not running? All right. xSOLOQUEue possibly can just get the first round. Execration will get Aries left alive in this situation. I'm trying to figure out who is not playing today.
Oh, wait, no shot, actually. He might actually get this over the finish line. Kim's so low, dude. And he might just eat that nade, but okay, the timing was right. There
There
you
we
go.
go. Kim's got it.
xSOLOQUEue on the back of a bum rush into the site here. What a start to the game.
Oh god. Ayun nga, no? Wait lang. Ikos, Luke, Kim, and Nate. And who's the last one? I forgot who he subbed out. I'm sorry to that last guy, but... Oh, RTA. RTA is not playing. Yun lang. Oh my god, they replaced... Oh, they replaced the entry with the biggest baiter I know, pare.
Hey man, it does seem to be working though. Double sniper setup now for xSOLOQUEue. A minute and Luke on the on the long range duels here. The way Execration is gonna be going for this should be an interesting one, right? We know that the utility is always there for them. Now the reposition from min 8, missing that shot, spots out 4 on the other side of this, takes down Ares in the midst of things. What in the world is that? And what a defense as well. The amount of damage that they've been able to do as Execration make their way inside of the site is insane. But it's still going to be a 2v3. Luke, so far away, only with the AWM, it's going to be a hard bet to try and get something through the smoke. So now they're going to have to try and get some sort of control over the site now. But with the 30 seconds here, Seiya taking down Ikas and Luke gone from the map. It is an immediate fight back from Execration.
There we go. One on their BL side, Execration. Obviously, yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, no? They need to get some early rounds dito sa kanilang BL side. And that's one way to do it. And Nate will get si Charleston. So, they're already denying like 3 rounds in a row para dito kay Charleston to have a good start, right? And especially para kay Charleston, he needs that good start. Because if he doesn't, he's gonna start missing. That is for sure. Yun yung na-observe natin for the past 6 matches ng Execration. So, that's kind of one piece of the pie already solved para sa xSOLOQUEue at the moment, of course.
Yeah. Though Ares is picking up the AWM as well, so
yeah,
we'll see whether that's a worthy replacement of Charleston at the moment. Things getting a little bit awkward in the Execration camp just because xSOLOQUEue, I think they're actively trying to poison Charleston's early momentum.
For sure. But Tracifer, yeah, he doesn't miss these. He doesn't miss the ninjas whatsoever. I've seen it. I've experienced it. But Charleston already out of the picture. So magdo-double CA na lang yata dito Execration in order to disturb whoever is in top A. But Minate already with 4 frags. So we're not seeing game 1 Minate from the usual, pare. We're seeing game 2 Minate in game 1. So Execration, they're just gonna crawl right under CA. Pero si Luke pala yun naandito sa taas. And does she have the sniper? I'm not so sure. Minate gonna try to see if they can defend her at the top A. Pero Minate ang una mahuhulog dito. And I think Luke does have an M4, trying to spray on down. But Aven with a good flick. Nako po, A site is wide open para sa Execration.
Yep, no plant though. Just yet. You got Kim already on the backside, waiting in CA. But CA, I think he's aware of the possibility here. He's playing so far back, but Kim still gets that kill. Minato here with 1 onto Ares as well. 2v3 now as they're trying to defend the bomb here. Kim's still gonna be on a run. Tracifer, last man standing, 1v1 with Minato! The full denial coming in through that smoke. What an insane round that was.
That's why he's a dirty Vader right then and there. He can get those 1v1s, pare. He can get those 1v1s. Minato with a dubski and his ego is about the size of Jupiter, pare. 2-1. xSOLOQUEue. They get the second round. It was a bit dangerous, pare, no? It was a bit dangerous. But, you know, a win is a win para sa kanila dito. But xSOLOQUEue, they need to defend a bit harder kasi, ayun nga, no? This is a map that any BL round na makuha dito na Execration, they're gonna be of big benefit. That kind of delays what can happen dito sa second half.
Yeah. I mean, knowing Execration, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they do kind of ramp up more on the GR side. Their GR side here on port is one that's really hard to beat as well. So the pressure's really on xSOLOQUEue to make the most out of this. But even, what is that? Takes Minute right through the box here, and the flashes are going to be out. It's going to be a full take coming in from Execration right now. But Ares is so low. It's going to be a pretty hard one to hold on to. No plant just yet. I think they're trying to delay just a little bit more to make sure that xSOLOQUEue doesn't have any aces up their sleeve. Remember, last round when Kim went in through CA, Seiya got taken down. And it might be the same story again if they're not careful.
You might need to throw some nades, no? I mean, Ares is low, Aven is very low, Execration. Gonna get 2 in the process. Pero sinupakuha niya sa Aven. But just like how I said it, man. gotta throw some of these HEs. Pero feeling ko wala ng HE nade itong xSOLOQUEue. So maybe they need to place Minate in top A, or either itong si Luke can pick up the sniper, because I mean, Execration, they're just running on in dito sa A side as soon as they get that CA control.
Yeah, it's a different look this time. Aries walks into Minate here. A little awkward on that start. The IGL now down for Execration. It's going to be slow going. First time in a while, they're going to be going towards B here, actually poking and prodding up through Z. We'll see whether or not they can find anything on the other side. That's actually two people inside of house, pare. So if they're not careful, this high-low setup that they do have is going to be a hard one to beat. Minato just outside, and Ikas above and beyond what people would have thought possible here. It does draw the attention of the xSOLOQUEue players, but they're not going all the way in just yet. Knowing that if you actually see up through mid, they have people in connector as well. So Execration, they're very, at least from now, at this point, pretty content with their current standing in terms of the map control that they have. But at some point, they're going to have to further explore. And that exploration converts Aven into a corpse.
How will Execration figure this out, pare? 3 versus 5. They already lose Aries. They already lose si Even. Those two have been very key in them getting in the sights. Pero buhay na buhay pa naman dito si Dracifer. So he can definitely be a catalyst sa pag-push nila dito ng B side. They only have to kill the curve player and they can sandwich the rest of the squad here. And di yata napansin ni Minate. Never mind. I think he backed off a bit. So I think they have an idea na a B split could be coming very, very soon. And meron pang player na nasa loob ng bodega at the moment na nakatutok lang dito sa bridge just in case may aakyat. They check the corner. Ayun na nga, Minato with the check dito kay Seiya. And Bem goes down. Dracifer, Charleston, last two left alive. Dracifer, nakita na nga dito si Luke. Pero si Kim, very quick trade. C4 is down sa LB. Minato, ipipick mo ba to, pare? Yes, he will. And Charleston's gonna go down. xSOLOQUEue with the lead once again, but they need to start streaking, brother.
Yeah, definitely gonna need to start streaking, man, because the current standing as it is, I don't think it's the best GR side out of xSOLOQUEue so far. So, in my mind, I think they need to be able to convert all the rounds left to make the most out of the more favorable side of the map here. And we're kind of liking how Minate has been playing so far, right? We didn't expect him to be popping off this early, but a couple of kills now on the board. A little awkward for Execration, not finding the timings here. Minate drops down, still takes down Aries. Hello, good sir. But Dracifer now gonna be there for the trade. The refrag 2v3 here. Not much space inside of the site for them just yet. And I think the utilities may have been used up a little bit too early, Minato. Oh, God. No baiting here just yet. Immediate death from him. It's going to be a 2v2, and Kim is right behind them. Charleston not aware. And it's going to be, in a matter of seconds, full evisceration to the Execration squad.
Man, in the 2v2s, you gotta start pressing that, pare. If you know that Kim is alive, he's probably right behind you, pare. So, yeah, you just gotta keep that in mind when you're up against this particular guy. But Execration looking to gear up for a full A push. Wala nang kukuha ng CA. As in, naraparapan yung gusto nila ngayon. Fast is gonna go through. Luke's gonna be fully blinded. Oh my God, the 3 nades. Dito sa A site, walang tinamaan. Luke is just gonna find their way back in A. Oh my God, what a dink. Okay, Dracifer, but I think it was through the wall, so it didn't do the full damage, pare.
Yeah. A little awkward here. Look at Kim again showing up here. Almost does the damage, but Aegis is elsewhere. Takes down Dracifer. The young gun is gone, and now there's only 4 left on the Execration squad. Not to mention Charleston so low on health right now. Definitely not having a good first set. And it's going to be a reset. A pump fake. Execration going to have to find a new rhythm, because it seems that they've actually lost that initial kind of attempt that they did have earlier. And now Aries down at the hands of Minate here. It's looking like it's going to be a mess. But here, Aven wakes up. Double kill coming in from him. 3v3 now. That means that A side is going to be covered by him. But the problem is, right, his teammates are so far away. And Minate finds Aven. It's going to be a mess. Again, Charleston takes down Ikas. Equalizing the numbers again. Charleston. Seiya elsewhere. It's so awkward now. Minate out past the smoke. The double peek coming in from them. Minato takes down Seiya. And it's going to be up to the AWM player again. Charleston, what do you do? The
Oh,
timing's
they just
not
peek
right.
him.
The double peek from them is insane. And solo queue. Rather, here with the fourth round on the board.
Yeah, I know it gets confusing, pare, kasi XQ,
X,
XA,
yep.
X shot, XQ shot, it's the exact same. Maybe not. Pero yun nga, so far so good para dito kay Minate, who already has 10 dito sa laruan natin. So just like how I said it, we are not seeing the game 1 Minate dito sa laruan. So I feel like he already knew na he had to be he had to be hot by the start of this game kasi Execration yung kalaban, syempre malakas. So dapat yung 100% ipakita nyo today dito sa laruan natin. So CA control para kay Tracifer. Apat pa rin ang nasa Execration, ang nandito sa LA, but this might just be a distraction play and they could pivot all the way back in B site. But since Tracifer is discovered, he's in a very dangerous spot. But Minate is still on bridge. He's not backing off at all, pare.
Yeah, I like this actually. A little bit of a different look from Execration here. You got Ares on the lurk again, trying to gain space passively across the map as the rest of his team is actually gearing up for a B take. Tracifer again, up and forward. And it's going to be really close angles here. Ika's hiding behind the box on site. And this is going to be an interesting one, right? It depends on whether or not Execration actually checked this corner, knowing that there's two people here. It's Crossfire Minato. They run them down and they run into their deaths here. Charleston and Ares going to be left to try and pick up the pieces now. 2v3. And again, Luke takes one down. Charleston for the trade. And he's so low again. Denied by his enemy sniper. There you go. xSOLOQUEue get themselves up to 6.
Here we go. 6-2. xSOLOQUEue in full control dito sa laruan natin. And I feel like they're just gonna ego it for long. And is it gonna catch anyone off guard? Yung nag-ninja na yung dalawang players dito, make it 3. Pero meron pang tao na nasa loob ng SD. Seiya stuck against 4.
No!
Ano mo gagawa mo dun, pare? You are up against 4 dudes dito sa long. And Minate does get taken down. Good reaction galing sa xSolo, or galing sa Execration. Man, I'm getting confused. Pero yun got Tracifer getting si Minate.
Ares. It's getting a little bit awkward on site here. Trades of kills now happening. 3v3. And what happened a couple of seconds ago? Actually, you see Execration, they were in RS earlier. Now, they are suddenly all the way on sites. Even yet to plant the bomb, and Charleston so far away as well. It's going to be a real challenge between these guys.
Nope. I heard global risk control. There we go.
I heard the
That's
same
what
thing.
So I think it's 7-2. It might just be 7-2. Okay, there we go. All right.
Kim?
Sorry for that.
Look how far forward he is.
Oh
What
my
is
God,
that?
Kim! Ayan na yung hari ng asim kahit naliligo. Oh my God! You just get the thousand of stuff staring at long.
No idea.
Oh my God, they're just rolling on through, and here comes Even trying to get some damage back. But can they get the control? This is what I was talking about, Josh. The port pick is very risky, especially up against xSOLOQUEue. And Seiya, the only one left alive. And Minate does get him 8-2 XQ. Ito especially is awarding for yung mga on-the-fly callers natin. I think yung mga more systematic teams that have been doing well, kagaya nga ng HGT dito, right? Like, if you have a good system in place, then yun nga, you can definitely do some counter plays, but it's set up at the end of the day para sa kanila dito. But then you have yung mga teams na the more on the fly yung kanilang laruan. Kakaya ng MJB, right? I feel like both styles have had success dito sa tournament natin.
Yeah.
But I think when you're going up against Execration and you're more on the fly, for example, yun nga, no, the Matas B versus Execration matchup na nakita natin, which resulted in Matas B getting a 2-0. It's really a challenge para dito sa IGL to read what's going on. But I feel like if the opponent doesn't also know what's going on, kung ano mangyayari dito sa round, that's hard to think.
Yeah.
It's hard to think about kung kayo yung kalaban nga dito ng XQ. So, ayun nga, bit of a dead round going on, guys. So hopefully the players can get back into the swing of things. But yeah, so far so good para sa XQ. You're not getting the game on Minate today. Kim is hitting his shots. Minato is being really good in the place of RTA at this very moment. And ayun nga, I feel like xSOLOQUEue is on a roll dito sa laruan natin. And those 2 rounds na nakuha ng Execration, those are like forced pushes on A every single time. And once na figure out na yun ng xSOLOQUEue, then there's not much in the strat book para sa kanila dito.
Yeah, and again, this brings us back to also the fact that Execration, they're a very structured team, and not to mention, right, they're a team that's been at the top for the longest time, right? They've been rivaling up against some of the best up in regionals, but the problem is, right, they dropped down here because of a underperformance last season. Now that they're here, the problem is their existence here put them with a target on their back. And not to mention, right, when we say that it's a team that has a history in Crossfire, that means you have years and years of VODs that you can review and see how they play. And when you're a team that's on the fly, like, okay, you know what? I don't need to worry about what we're gonna play because we're already on the fly. The IGL essentially just tries to look for where those pressure points are on your opposing team, in this case Execration, and actually apply that pressure. And it seems to me that it just seems to be working, man.
Yeah, gusto ko sana makita yung sa side ng Execration. No? I want to see them play a lot more loose. I wouldn't say na, don't derive galing dito sa game plan nyo, but I want to see them more relaxed siguro pagdating sa kanilang gameplay. Let Dre do his thing dito sa mid, see if he can pick off anyone. Let Avon maybe find another player, maybe sa ace side, maybe look for a lurk somewhere. And ayun nga, there's still the system at the end of the day para sa Execration, but they tried to play systematics and masters, obviously didn't work. They're trying to do the exact same thing now, and it might not work against itong xSOLOQUEue. But of course, meron pa tayong 2 puntos para kunin ng xSOLOQUEue dito, and Execration with the better side of the map. But yeah, I feel like if Execration just plays a lot more steady, no one misses their shots, then pwede pa naman silang makabalik sa laruan. But then xSOLOQUEue, since you have this much leeway, man, you can just throw everything at them. Throw the entire court strat book sa kanila, pare.
Yeah, literally do whatever you want, see if it sticks, and just see if it works. And if it does, then good. And if it doesn't work the second time around, then throw out another strat. Because they're so close, they're only 2 rounds away. Now KM, first point of contact, walking all the way around. Does not check his corner here. Saya takes him down. And again, right, this is where we... the diligence sometimes is just not there, man. Yeah.
Ay. Jacifer, he's in danger. Spotted by Ikas. Ikas is gonna send it. He's gonna send it sa B-side. Pero tignan mo nasaan yung C4. Napakalayo pa sa kamay ng xSOLOQUEue. So they're gonna have to go in towards the downside of B. Nades are gonna start to fly. Ikas is playing dodgeball with grenades dito sa ilalim. Saya, is he gonna get it? Are they gonna get the damage in? Minato gonna get sprayed down. Minato with the AK is gonna hit even. Luke with the return. And nakuha pa nga nila isang player dito. Minate. Nakuha yung isa pero hindi nakuha yung pangalawa. Triple kill para dito kay Aries. And Execration, GR side, just like how I said it, man. This could happen.
Yeah. I mean, Execration's GR side is one that is almost always flawless, right? And although there was one key factor here that xSOLOQUEue, they kind of lost that round because of that. And that was the fact that this C4 was so far away, right? And it took them so long to get onto the site that once they did go all in, Execration, they had the entire team waiting in RS, and it was just too late, right? So now, of course, a good start for Minate. Takes that first kill over onto Aries, who was the demon in that last round. 3 kills for him, now gone from the map, which means that Execration, they're going to be spread a little bit more thin on the GR side right now.
There we go, Luke. Gonna get fully blinded in towards LA. LA push. Seiya gonna get tagged up, but taking out Aries at the start of the round. Not good news, obviously, para sa Execration, but I think they're trying to mix up the aggression and the passiveness dito. So,
look at Kim.
oh, Kim. Kim, I can smell him from here, man. And it's not good. Kim getting sa Aven. Oh my god.
Fun. It's not fun, it's not fun, man. They're gonna get themselves all the way inside the side here. Grayson was the only one here. It's taken out by Minute. There's only
doomed,
two people, man. The system's falling apart. When a cog is not connecting, then it all falls apart. It's Charleston now alone. 1v4, as so many rounds have gone the same way earlier in our map. And it's gonna be him taken out by Minute right through there with a flash. Perfect. xSOLOQUEue, they hit set point.
There we go. 9-3. xSOLOQUEue. Looking like they just want to cap off itong laruan natin on towards port. Everything just went right for them dun sa round. I mean, they got the Aries. They tried to go aggressive dito sa LA. And it came in a very nice spot in towards the underside of bridge. And even got the Aven. So, it's already a nice time. It's already a nice start. Para sa kanila dito. So, Kim. Alright, let's see. Nah, he's gonna hit this, man. I trust that he hits these.
No shot. He's gonna push
Charleston!
Oh, Charleston, what is this? Wait, actually, no, yeah.
It's a good,
They're not gonna be
angle.
expecting him this close, man. Moment of silence here. Kim, he has a bad feeling that someone's pushing up towards him. But the problem is, right, Charleston not showing his face. At some point, Kim's gonna be like, you know what, there's probably no one here, right?
Youch.
But
Kim's dead. Kim's dead.
It's going to be it's a painful one. He's so low, actually. And he has no idea, right? As soon as he turns tail and chooses to go towards CA, he's gonna be a gunner. And the worst part is, right, everyone else from xSOLOQUEue, they're pushing so far up. Once they go towards LA, then they're opening themselves up to so much more violence elsewhere. Nades out now. For them to go all the way in. Charleston waiting for it. Aries takes out Nekas. They did not check him. He gets it. Kim's gone from the map here. 3v5 now. Push up Seiya knows that they're right below him. He takes out Minato. And a spray down the way for Aries. Double kill to clean it up. And Execration. They wake up, but it's so much more to do.
Yep, so much more to do. Dito sa laruan natin, Aries. With 6 kills so far, Seiya with 4, Charleston getting that singular kill from the XM1014, pare. The shotgun, it has some distance to it. So, xSOLOQUEue, ano naman yung i-decide nyo today? It seems like they're just gonna go passive right now. No? I feel like they're gonna try to catch the aggressive play ng xSOLOQUEue, possibly on LA, possibly on LB, maybe in mid. But Execration, this is a nice call by them. Let's draw back a bit kasi we were holding those forward angles initially, no? So feeling ko ina-expect na dito na xSOLOQUEue that, you know, Execration might go for the boost to CA and or dito sa house B. So instead, they're just gonna attack this B side. If A doesn't work, let's just go B.
Well, after that utility though, they do quiet it down. Bit of a pump fake, so to speak. Dracefer right outside the door here. Lying in wait for the rest of xSOLOQUEue to actually fully decide where they want to go. But this heavy B defense might be a sacrifice. Because I don't think they're going to be expecting this aggression from mid as well. They got a couple of things thrown out the window. Aries perfect on the time. He swings out. Takes down Minato here.
Minato entering? No way. Oh, hold up.
Oh, what? Seiya?
Just a little exchange, brother. Oh, no, Kim. Can't miss that ladder, but does get into CA. Look at the damage that they've done, though. 2 Execration, Seiya's 1 HP, Drace is 1 HP. I think those 2 nades were trying to take out that very small corner right next to Generator. Para hindi na nila i-check. But a Dracifer has to be careful, man. You're on 1 HP. Flash is gonna go through. But is this gonna distract Execration from their setup? It seems like it's not. They're just gonna keep the 2-1-2. Pero kaya ba nilang i-send dito sa A-side? Charleston getting some in-8. But can they get in towards top A? Charleston's gonna go down. Luke gonna try to navigate her way in towards top A. Kim's gonna go down as well. Luke on towards top A. Cannot get Seiya down. 9-5 Execration. They inch closer to the score of xSOLOQUEue.
And this is what we said, man. Execration's GR side is one that is almost always flawless, right? As you can see, they have not lost a single round after that xSOLOQUEue round earlier. But now, right as we are approaching over onto this next.
They're just sending it. Oh my god, they just sent it on a site. And I feel like this could be and and one loss lead against its own PST. So I feel like just having this first map is definitely at least a top 4 finish dito. So I feel like maybe they just want to finish this at the end of the day. Obviously, they're playing with their 6th man, and you don't want an opportunity para sa Execration to heat up, especially with someone who is hasn't had much experience with the team. But I think they did a great job in all honesty about it.
Yeah, I mean, slotting in as the 6th man right now, it's not too bad, right? I mean, it's a win after all. Moves you upward in the standings here to get you closer to actually securing a playoff spot is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Just, look at the highlights, of course. And it seems like, they just got the handle of things. Even they beat us the first half, right? Just like how I said it, man. If Execration doesn't get early rounds on their BL side, which they did, no, they got 2. But unfortunately, xSOLOQUEue, they stacked rounds after Execration got 2. And, they kind of lost the handle. They lost all the momentum that they got in from those 2 rounds. And, they couldn't handle xSOLOQUEue once they had the driver's seat. So, expectations still lie in the way of Execration to get back into the swing of things, lead us at map number 2, but it is sub-bases, like how I said it, man. XU is also really good sa map na yun. Minato with a solid 1.00, 0.67 KR, that's pretty good. Binate with 2.22, 1.33, trying to score that MVP, unfortunately for Luke, 0.50, 0.40 kills per round. For Kim, 1.75, 0.93 kills per round. That's pretty high for the usual stats na nakikita natin galing dito kay Kim. And Ikus with 0.89 and 0.53. So Minate, I think Minate is trying to chase another MVP here, pare.
Yeah, no surprise here. I mean, Minate was always starting off the rounds with the first blood, right? Things got really messy at the GR side for xSOLOQUEue. I mean, I think within the first few rounds, they would always get that first blood just because of Minate being in the right place at the right time. And I don't know if that's the calling or just Minate going insane either.
Yeah, honestly, I really feel like Minate popping off to start the game is very key, right? Because he has such an important role as that sniper. Obviously, you're going to be the guy assigned to hold it on A side natin. And if the guy on A side is not online, that's a part of someone can abuse, especially dito sa BL side. So you kind of have a free entrance going into it. You don't really have to realistically go CA. You can just kind of run it, kagaya ng ginawa ng xSOLOQUEue kanina. So, ayun nga, it has to be them, popping off at the right time, and it has to be Execration as well, going in towards their GR side. So we're gonna take a look at the set MVP, and I think it's kind of obvious about it, the statistics here. Yeah. They would be probably protesting and chanting like, "No, it's rigged." I don't know. I'm not the guy writing it, but yun nga. So the second map is going to be sub-base, Execration starting on GR for side, and xSOLOQUEue starting on BL. So what I've noticed as well dito sa sub-base natin as of recently, I think the teams got a lot better in playing it on BL side natin. So, ayun nga, could be something na xSOLOQUEue can kind of base on, especially with all the momentum that they've gotten dito sa map 1, and they won all the rounds dito sa BL, or almost all the rounds dito sa BL side. So if they can, come into this sub-base map with the exact same mindset na nakita natin dito sa Port, then maybe it can result in something, right? Pero hindi pa natin alam, no? Execration, since they have this much experience, I really feel like they know what to do to bounce back dito sa series natin. And I feel like itong XQ, you still have to pull in 100% focus here because Execration, they could be back in map 2.
Yeah, I think the thing about Execration is not that they are always winning, but it's because they have that endurance, right? They have the ability to come back from some of the most insane insane problems, right? And here, I mean, not too much of a good performance on board, but I'm pretty sure they can stabilize. think more it's gonna be more of a question of whether or not they actually do. Because of course, history does not necessarily mean that you're always gonna be playing in the same form.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I feel like if you don't get classic Aries here, like obviously he's already collected a few MVPs dito sa laruan natin, and itong si uh, Aven of course has also collected an MVP. Dracifer collected an MVP. So there is capable players dito sa laruan natin, and it's just a matter of who is gonna show up for the day. And obviously, some players didn't show up. Charles and Seiya kind of going down in terms of yung flag department natin dito, no? But, and yeah, that's also something that is, urgent para dito sa execration na you're gonna have to see the execration that everyone paid, not really paid, everyone just came here to see. So, ayun nga, maybe they're gonna heat up dito sa game 2, especially considering, no, just like how I said it, this is not the main team ng XQ, man, since RTA is missing. Obviously, he's such a good entry presence para sa XQ, right? With Pinato, who is more of the support-ish player. That could be a benefit, but he just goes straight into the game, and 3 players are dead, man.
In the game, I think Execration, they wanted to start it off with a quick one, but unfortunately, it's not working out that way.
All right, there we go. All right, Carlson versus and Charleston just gonna sneak on through dito sa may events natin. Obviously, Kim with the C4 in this 1v1. But this is dangerous territory for both players. Kim trying to play the long game in this one. He's just going to play mind games with Charleston at the moment. So as long as Kim doesn't go for a push dito sa A-site natin, he is going to be fine. But this also opens up timings para kay Charleston. So we could see, Kim just holding shutter the entire time. Passage could be open. Lockers could be open.
There's a lot of time, though.
Yeah, it's kind of a mind game, though.
Who blinks first? Yeah.
Oh my god, you are so assing Kim.
There's no shot. He still decides to go. Yeah. No idea where Charleston is. So it's reaching around in the dark for these two players right now. Plant is going to be coming in now. Charleston, I think he got a little bit of a whiff of Kim, right?
Oh, he missed!
No, he missed the jump!
No, Kim! Kim!
No, not like
Kim.
this!
Kim,
not
you don't
like
miss
this.
those, bro.
Oh.
Kim doesn't miss those, man. Ngayon pa nga siya nahulog. Oh, not like this. 1-1. Charleston gets the 1v1. And there we go.
That's not something I thought I'd see today, man. Some failed parkour. Oh, what? Now Minate again, starting it off hot. Takes down Aries here. And it's the same looking Minate we're getting from map 1. Right? We saw some spice out of that, but now Seiya's gonna be answering back in the form of taking down Kim. Now Dracifer ready for it. Spraying down over onto 2. Aven Out for the trade. Now it's gonna be up to Minate. 1v3. Again, the sniper all the way outside. Solo on health. No space. No info. Getting chased down from all corners. And there it goes. Even cleans him up.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Para sa Execration, them getting a lot more active in this map. And especially nasa kanila pa yung mas advantageous na side, at least in terms of the timings. I want to see them do a lot more of that. Kim, not gonna get his head taken off by Isaiah. And he's gonna try to fight into the machine room. Gets even as well. So I think that's a just trade. Para kay Kim nakakuha siyang dalawa. And they might just send it on A site, man. There's only 2 dudes defending it. Si Charleston na lang natitira dito. Nandito si Skip. Hits a shot kay Minato. But does he know? Oh no! That's not the touch about the knife, my friend.
What?
Pero Eagles, nakuha niya pa rin si Charleston doon. They're gonna plant the C4. And someone is sneaking through vents. They might just get control room. Luke with a good headshot on Ares. Racifer is gonna go down. And that's kind of the benefit of having one dude who's just willing to send it on 3 people. Dito sa MR. That means if you realize, oh, there's 3 dudes here, let's just send it to A, man. Why not?
Yeah. Now the push up again coming from Kim, starting it off here, taking out Racifer. The trades coming out for both teams here. 2 for 2, and now with Seiya eating quite a lot of damage. No real resistance from Execration though. They back off now. That does open up quite a few possibilities for xSOLOQUEue. And with Luke having gone all the way here, and Harry's actually turning away. I don't think he's going to be ready for this, depending on whether or not Charleston's there. Oh, missed the shot here now, Ares. That's going to be free information, but he does eat quite a few bullets on the way in. A little awkward now as xSOLOQUEue. They are redistributing themselves across this map here. Luke is still in the vent. What kind of persistence is this?
Oh.
Does the damage to Ares again. Now the nade's going to be out. Luke.
Dodged.
Hard spot here, dodges it, and Ares is down. He's gone. The rest of
There's
xSOLOQUEue
one.
now gonna be going all in for the missile push. Now Seiya gone. Charleston left to try and pick up the pieces in a 1v3. Now with the plant also going on through, it's gonna be a hard one. The smoke's already here, and I don't know how he's gonna push to. We'll have to see if Charleston can find anything on the other side of this. The utility in his face, muzzle flashes right there as well. The double team from them with Luke cleaning it up. xSOLOQUEue with another round.
Look at that coordination, though, with Luke and itong si Ikos, right? I think Luke was kind of calling him over. He was like, okay, Iris is distracted. Maybe we can send this a second mid, make it a 2v1, make it interesting. Charleston will get him in 8, who is trying to get that second mid control. Unfortunately, will not go his way. So I think Execration now is the time to peel back. And yeah, they're just gonna peel back for now. So Luke is gonna pick up the sniper. Obviously, they're still gonna operate with the AWM, pero you know, with one player down, it's gonna be a lot tougher to get into the sites.
Alright. Fulminate's gonna be gone here. Unfortunate happenings again. This time it's a double push out through Ventsaven. Yeah, it just sees 2 squatting inside. Push out now the nade to get him off of his position. Even not expecting a push coming in from Minato again up through Skip, but there's nobody inside of the site here. It's fully open. And xSOLOQUEue they're a little bit confused. Like, where are they? Now push up 3F. Seiya not ready for it here. And Charleston trying to do some damage up through jail as they make their way towards missile. Plant now gonna be coming in, and look at this flank.
Oh,
it's
knockers,
coming
knockers.
in. It's gonna be a hard one. Racifer already right behind him. Kim with a backstab, not gonna be able to convert it. The double kill from Racifer to clean it up. This is the Execration we know and love, Sneaky.
There we go, Execration back in the fray dito sa laruan natin. Obviously, going a lot more aggressive. Charleston with a good first pick off dito kay Nate. And the rest just falls in place. Nades are gonna start to fly. So by lockers natin, Seiya just gonna stay in the corner. And ayun nga, no mid shenanigans, or at least no second mid shenanigans para dito kay Nate. So he doesn't want to die immediately, no, especially knowing the impact
Not
that he
anymore.
has. Not anymore, that's for sure. But
Again?
yeah, it's a good calm setup lang for both teams.
Yeah, I think they both got tired of just sending it every round, so now it's going to be a change in pace for both. Passage is covered here, so Minate not going to be able to peek out through there, and Luke along with Kim. Slow push out through machine room, see if they can find any purchase on LR, but there's no one here actually. Now up through Woods. Minato, look at the patience from this guy. Waiting on the other side of the smoke now. Ares here trading it out. Racifer as well takes down Ikus. It's gonna be a little bit of a mess. The xSOLOQUEue squad right now, they are scattered across the map, and Seiya's right across that smoke. If he's
gonna
not
check
checked
it.
here in the corner, Kim not checking deep enough, gets taken down here by Seiya. And look at the punishment that Execration have brought to the table. There's only 2 left on xSOLOQUEue. And with Luke and Vinay trying to pick up the pieces here with barely any space on the map, somehow, some way, they continue to survive. It's down to a 2v2 and we're equal again. And Vinay's just ready for it. Aries, the last man standing, the IGL, trying to pick up the pieces again. We've shifted now in the favor of xSOLOQUEue as the push is coming in from behind them. Gonna go all in. Now,
Oh,
Blank
Minate,
inside of
Minate.
missiles. Minate has no idea he's coming up through from behind them. He wakes up. Now, Luke inside of 3F. Aries slowly making the way
Oh, the
forward.
reload,
The
the
reload! The timing's wrong and Minate's gonna be stuck behind this pillar. Trying to play ring around the
misses.
Rosie up against Aries right now. Agawang base pare. And he does get that kill in the end. Down to the wire, xSOLOQUEue. Take that round out.
And Minate just saving the round. And Luke was caught reloading dito sa 2F, so it kind of took just a bit to try to get some shots going. Oh, but Ikas wanting to get aggressive dito sa lubag, pero narinig siya dito ni Dracifer. Dracifer umakyat sa box. Makikita niya ba yung ulo? Sends it. Oh, sends it at the wrong time. Nandun pa pala si Ikos kasama niya si Minato. Kim getting Aven, and they're just sending it on the A side. Aries will get the kill back, but can he get Minato? Minato with the collapse of missile. But Aries still gets to, but he gets blown up by the nade anyways. And meron pang aasim sa likod. Nako po, dominate in long. Minate for short. But instead, it's not actually a lurk. It is a plant on the site. Charleston is spotted. Sa control room does get Minate. Might get Luke, but Luke too high of an HP. 5 and 3. xSOLOQUEue in control sa sub base.
Oh, man. That's it. Again, xSOLOQUEue, they bring out Plan Z. And suddenly, it's not rateable by Execration here. Kim and Ikas. Again, a push out through MR. It's gonna be a 4-man push out here with only 1 man watching this angle. Awkward. Seiya out in the open. Charleston on the long angle takes down Ikas. Seiya got for one over onto Luke here. And Seiya the second as well. Charleston joins in. What is this? xSOLOQUEue, they are stuck. They've been thrown against the brick wall here and they have been stopped in their tracks.
There we go. I mean, it's Charleston's turn to pop off this time. 11 frags naman dito sa laruan natin. And xSOLOQUEue, you know, you granted Minate's been dying a lot, but he's still hitting his shots. So, pwede niya pang ipanalo dito second mid. Seiya can check for any snipers. So, Minate gonna try to hold the angle for now. Has to be careful though. He's just sitting still. And, you know, Pre-Fire can come around the corner anytime soon. Aries already in vents. It's a good start, but is he gonna send it all the way? Wala pa naman tao na nasa loob ng control room, but at the same time, he's just gonna get spotted. Aries doesn't miss those.
Yeah. A little bit too spicy there. He was not expecting him to be that far up. And now, with Ikas gone, xSOLOQUEue, they're gonna have to find a way to try and get their grip back on things here. Kim, in an attempt to try and slow down this push out, brings the smoke out. And Aries is gone at the hands of Minate. So we are equal in terms of manpower here. But Execration, the entire squad, they decide to back off.
4 versus 4. Ika's already gone. This is the lineup for the second mid area dito sa mapa natin. And somehow, trust me, it just goes through the mountain valley into that room. Doesn't make sense.
Oh!
But eventually, this side take will make sense. Minate, naku po, babatukan ba si Minate dito? Aven having his doubts into pushing this position. Pero Minate, instead, he's gonna call for help. But Kim. Oh, Kim. Oh, Kim, don't tell me you're going vents. Oh, no, he's go. Oh, Aven! Tumalikod si Aven. Minate, he's crawling. He's crawling into the side. Hindi chinek sa gilid. Yung isang player, Charleston, is gonna get it. Kim will be coming in from vent, so he's gonna have to send this quick, and he's gonna have to hit both shots. So si Seiya na andito sa site. Is he gonna get the headshot this time? Missile player gonna get spotted. Charleston around the corner. Kim is gonna have to send it. Not gonna get Seiya. And 5-5 Execration. All right, they tie things up, and since they're now on the BL side, just like how I said it, man, teams are getting better sa BL side natin dito. So, titignan natin if it's gonna work out para sa kanila.
Yeah. Pressure's gonna be on for Execration. Remember, they are down a map. So for this to actually work out, man, it's going to be a mess here. Dracifer waiting for them to push up right past them here with Minate. So ready on the angle. xSOLOQUEue, they decide to turn a new leaf and take a lot longer this time around. Don't want to be too spicy, Execration. And because of that, they're left to think. Kind of scratching their heads, where the hell have they gone? Minate takes down Aven, and the rest of Execration, they're like, okay, wait, what's going on? Usually at this point of the map, at this point of the round, xSOLOQUEue, they're already up in your face. And because they pulled back like this, there's so much more exploring for Execration to do.
Mm-hmm. 3 dudes on B site. That means second mid could be wide open. Pero na-smoke na dito yung Jayla. But that's actually gonna draw the attention more in towards yung B site natin. But Jayla's gonna get retaken. And someone is in second mid, Minate. Have to be careful. Ares is just gonna run through. Akos will still get that 2F control. But he has to keep 2F. He has to keep LR for the rest of the players to run on back in towards itong second mid. Problema nga lang is C4. The C4 is from MR. And Akos is still gonna get Sisea. Is he gonna mind whoever he's behind? Ares will get Kim. Akos sidestepping Charleston with
Ares!
pistol. He still doesn't die. Akos is immortal! But he finally falls! And yun lang, Execration getting the lead here in sub-base. And it seems like their BL is getting them a lot more distance dito sa mapa natin.
What in the world is going on, man? It's like we've turned the world on its head.
Ooh.
Minate's gone at the hands of Charleston here. Finally, man. 14 kills up for this guy. We said earlier he was having a really cold start on Port, but now he's gonna be out in the open. Ares takes down Kim here. King of Asim. Death by Asim now in the other hands. 3 people left on xSOLOQUEue trying to stay alive. Yes, and Luke's gone as well. That means that A side, it's fully open for the taking. Retake, gonna be a little bit too slow now. Minato eating too many bullets in front of him here, and it's gonna be Akos. 1v5, man. It's next to impossible here, and they just might be looking at vents even. He knows. Backs off, switches over to second mid. And Akos, what do you do in this situation?
Might just concede it, honestly. And this is what I wanted to see galing sa Exa, right? I made this point earlier, Josh, na I wanted to see them play a lot more loose. And Ares just sent it to second mid with no one looking at that position at all. And there we go. Execration, 2-point lead dito sa mapa natin as Akos is just gonna concede it. They're gonna get Charleston. Bad the stats a bit. Yeah, he's gonna get Ares too. There we go. 7-5. Execration. That's more like it para sa kanila dito.
Yeah. So close here from actually just stealing away xSOLOQUEUe's own map pick. A bit of a trade here. Unless xSOLOQUEue can find a way around this this spicy iteration of Execration, then it might be curtains because they haven't looked too good recently. It's like Execration, they've actually pulled out a download of how xSOLOQUEue play, and they're just sending it.
Yeah. So I think yung gusto nilang gawin na setup dito is just, put Minate in vents because he's been getting absolutely blasted from that position. But this is also going to be a lot to handle para kay Luke. No? You have to hold passage, you have to hold second mid at the same time. Just the dilemma ng DR player dito. But, Exit taking it slow this time. They're going to get second mid. No one's actually watching itong second mid. Minate has to be careful that there is someone crawling right under him. But Luke might have to back off a bit. I think he might have heard some information coming in. Luke with the spray. Spotted needs to side. Luke, can you get the second mid player? Ayun na nga, Jacifer will get itong si Kim. Luke, still inside of sight, is gonna get taken down by Aven. And that's the problem. Kung nag-vents itong sniper nyo, it doesn't really result in any good news unless someone does go vents eventually. And Akos and Minato, the last 2 left alive. Aven with the spray. And it's a hard one, bro.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a hard one. Minato's gone now. It's gonna be Akos trying to again come in with a clutch, but it's 1v3. Playing on 3F, he does take down Aven, back off again. See if the fancy footwork works out. Nope. He gets denied here. Dracifer. And that's Execration up to 8 this time. What a comeback.
Big comeback indeed. 8-5. Doing this all on BL side as well is crazy to me. But nades are gonna start to fly through. First MR take para sa xSOLOQUEue. And Charleston with a 1-for-1. So they do lose Minato, but they still have Minate alive, fortunately. Pero A-site yung gusto nilang kunin agad dito, Minate. Can he get any of the players crossing into the site? The C4 is not in just yet. No one is smoking control room. Instead, they're just gonna smoke the cross. Nades are gonna start to fly, pero Minate is gonna get his head taken off. Aries with absolute of a beamer of an M4, pare. And it seems like Execration, they might have just found match point. Medyo malayo pa ang ibang members ng xSOLOQUEue galing sa A-site. And they have to go through woods. They have to go through luwag. Medyo mahirap to.
Yeah. Not to mention they are outnumbered 2-1 here, and Dicas does not even get the chance. Even after taking down Ares, Aven was lying in wait. And we might be going to set 3 here. Unless xSOLOQUEue, they pull out a miracle right now.
Oh, flash.
Oh!
Yo, Kim is blinded, bro. He still hits it.
I don't understand. Oh, not the shotgun, not the shotgun. And even already on site here, Charleston slowly pushing up. Not gonna be expected! He gets him. Si Kuya Guard, walang pinalagpas. Si Luke na lang natira. 1v2 now. Got 2 minutes still on the clock here. And he's all the way behind them. They are separated. Charleston, they know, is inside of CR. And Dracifer inside the site. The plant now gonna be coming in. So, of course,
they planted it open, man.
Little bit of an explanation of whether or not he can get it. 30 seconds left on the clock as he's moving forward. There's no one here. It's totally empty. Dracifer inside of CFPH gets checked out and connects the shot. Execration not letting xSOLOQUEue win 8. Yeah. Compound's gonna be a banger, but of course, in case you guys missed any of the action earlier, we got the highlights for you. And yeah, I think xSOLOQUEue, they had pretty good control over the map at the start. But once we switched sides, at Execration, they just pulled out their own version of xSOLOQUEue, one that is slightly better at reading their opponents.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think one of the main factors as well para sa Execration why they got back into this game is the resurgence of Charleston, man. I feel like Charleston getting 11 frags to start on half, just like how I said it, man. If he doesn't start off well, then the rest of the map kind of looks doomed para sa Execration. But now, he started things off well. He was winning fights, leads a mid. He was hitting shots on some of the players, pushing out towards B side as well. So, kung maganda nga yung start dito ni Charleston, then he's gonna have a hell of a good time pagdating dito sa sub-base, especially sub-base is the type of map where you have a really good sniper, you can deny so many angles, second mid, passage, lockers. So, ayun nga, just having him online dito sa laruan natin definitely made all the difference. So, taking a look at the set summary, 2.13 para kay Charleston, 1.13 kills per round, 12 AP. And yeah, Aries having a pop-off game as well, Seiya having a way better game on the defense, and Dracifer being his aggressive self dito sa laruan natin. So, ayun nga, still a really good game para kay Luke and kay Ikas. I feel like Kim was trying his best to really push the issue dito sa site, but then, Minate and Minato, unfortunately, sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard, especially dito kay Minate. Like, he had a good start dito sa mapa natin, but then I feel like Charleston just kind of subbed him dito sa sub-base pa.
Yeah. I think we have a pretty funny dynamic of the snipers right now, right? Because back in port, it was kind of Minate doing everything and Charleston was being shut down. Now the other way around, right? So, I don't know if the timing's just not right between these two, because Minate, I think he has lost a bit of that fire here on sub-base. Hopefully it does come back for Compound. Because, yeah, I mean, despite the fact that it's not too much of a sniper's playground on Compound, it still does count for a lot when you have a sniper that can hit those shots despite all that.
Yeah, despite all that, pare. Now we're gonna take a look at the set MVP, and it is gonna be Charleston, man. The duality of Charleston, no? Dito sa laruan natin. Like, he could have a bad game, and then the next game, he could be popping off. And then it is kind of map dependent at the moment para sa kanya dito. So, yeah, it's nice to see him back in the picture. Nice to see him back in the frame. And now it is going to be up to him to whether or not he can open up mid dito sa Compound, or, he can hold it down dito sa mga sides natin, since I think it is Execration starting things off dito sa GR side. So, And yeah, it's another game where he has to really step up para sa execution, or else there's gonna be a free part of the map that xSOLOQUEue can potentially attack dito pare.
Yeah, yeah. I think right. One of the problems that has been plaguing execution here in Impact is kind of the inconsistency just being there, right? The existence of,
Mm.
say, Charleston sometimes on a map going absolutely insane versus a map where he just doesn't hit his shots, right? It's a night and day difference. So for that to happen now, for it to be a win for execution, none of them can let go
Mm.
of the pedal. And here it goes, Minute starting it off. Aries gone from the map early in this first round. And look how far up Dracifer is!
Oh!
Catches them by surprise, plays down over onto 3. The triple kill is insane. But here comes Luke. Seiya elsewhere as well. The last man standing now, 1v3 here. Luke asked to do too much in just less than the round time.
I mean, if she gets two, that could be something. But execution at the same time, I feel like they have a feeling of where she is. Dracifer is gonna spot her out. Drops the 8K M4. M4 Jiggle Peak. Goes back to SD. I think this is just a 3-man chase for the last player left alive. Charleston gonna be the first one. Seiya not gonna go down. Tanks a bit of the bullets, pare. And Execration with a good round number 1. Thanks to Dracifer, man. What a 3K in that CA position, pare.
Yeah, it was definitely not expected in that angle. Or even if they did, right? The timing that he had on that swing was just unexpected for xSOLOQUEue. Now double sniper coming in from them. Minate takes down Dracifer up close and personal this time. And Minate faded out. Seiya, look at this. It's a mess of a game right now, Sneaky. Kills after kills here. We have zero idea of the macro right now. It just looks like xSOLOQUEUE's plan is go in and kill. And it does seem to be working. It is 2v4 right now. And Akos, he's all the way inside of sight. No idea where the Execration players are. And his attempt at a flag here from Aries. He gets taken down by Akos here. And it's going to be Charleston to try and pick up the pieces.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, man. It is going to be a bit harder to be a sniper in this position. And there's not much open angles that you can go for. And xSOLOQUEue, Minato, does get tagged up a bit. Pero Akos and Kim at the same time with the pushes here. And the BL responds immediately to the map natin. So what is Execration gonna do? They got a bit aggressive sa mid again, and obviously it didn't work.
Yeah. Got him here now. Again. This time though, it's not gonna be much mid control from either of the teams. It's just gonna be Minute taking this position here. The nades not being thrown out, making sure that Kim cannot push forward as fast as he wants to. And look how far up actually Execration are now on LA.
Yep. This is Avon's favorite position as well as CB. You can just kind of spam crouch, try and see if you can gain any information around the corner. They're going to try to chase Dracifer down. He hits the double jump, still dies to Luke. 5 versus 4, Dracifer down already, and xSOLOQUEue with a lot more disciplined play. They're just going to back off in towards mid. And dahil nga hindi alam na Execration kung ipupush nga nila itong storage A natin papunta sa exit, you know, that creates a lot of confusion para sa Execration, and xSOLOQUEue can work with that.
Yeah. Now this is quiet in the round. See how heavy the smoke is in mid actually right now is preventing xSOLOQUEue from just kind of getting their tendrils all over the place here. Aries is a little bit too careful of the entrance as well. But the way that xSOLOQUEue are playing it, right, off of that first point of contact with Dracifer gone now, having let go of the A side, the B side extremity of the map here, now actually going to be going all in because they've actually let go of storage. And with Aries being all alone here on the set, it's going to be a pretty hard one to defend, especially if he's going to be in a corner like that, unless they forget to check that corner.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, pure exit push. Oh, look at this position by Aries, though. Charleston will get itong si Minate. And the feet, move your feet, lose your seat. And everyone lost their lives dito sa exit. Seiya will go down, but Aries with a very nice position on the pixel boost on the TV, right on top of sight. That's the map knowledge that you have to use, pare, in order to gain a lead dito sa mapa natin.
Yeah. xSOLOQUEue just not diligent enough to check out that corner. And it took them a little while to actually get onto the side. That gave Execration so much time to actually explore and formulate that kind of trap here, right? Oh, look at this. See how far up Kim is. He does spot out receiver just a little bit, but he's not going to be able to connect the shots. Presence established on the long side. Eliminate.
Oh.
What is that? Point blank again into the head of Avon. Now, Execration are going to be spread more thin again, right? Because you've got presence on both extremities of the map. And because there's nothing in mid, right? The smoke is up. There is that possibility where they could also be pushing up through there. As you can see, there's this crossfire up in mid that is kind of wasting the manpower that Execration have available at the moment. And it just might be working according to the plan for xSOLOQUEue. Aries gets Minato, but Minate will get that trade out. And again, it's awkward. xSOLOQUEue not really looking too sure about where they really want to end.
Oh, both curve. Both of them are sending it curve. And ayun lang, Kim will get one. Kim will get two. Oh, it's only Dracifer left. Minate still holding mid, and he can actually just hold entrance A. But he gets spotted. But still, just like how I said it, as per usual, dito sa B site, it is pretty hard to retake. So it's all on Adrian, whether or not he can get back into this one. 30 seconds. Wala masyadong oras para makabalik ng site. 25. Kim just jump spotting. He already knows na nakapass dito si Dracifer, so he's still jump spotting in order to further distract para dito kay Luke.
Oh, Kim!
He fully knows it.
Yeah. Bro was ready for it. Now xSOLOQUEue answering back in kind. It did take them quite a while to really decide what they wanted to do. And now the question is, Sneaky, is whether or not that was something they wanted to do, or if it was just a result of the circumstances in that round. Now,
oh my God,
Spell utility inside of the middle of the site here. Seiya takes down Minate. So much utility thrown out. And look at how much space was granted to Execration on the back of that. Like, you got 3 people here, but look, wow, takes down Charleston up close and personal again. Now, if you notice, actually, there's a very apparent lack of manpower inside of the sites here for Execration. Dracifer gone as well. And Aries down at the hands of Kim here. Double kill for him. It's going to be a game of rotation, whether or not they can get the right timing here, because Luke slowly pushing up. Might find a way into batteries undetected. And Execration, with both of them here in mid, they have no idea where to even look.
And Luke is also coming in from curve. There's so much you have to think about kung kayo yung Execration dito, especially these last 2 players. Kim is gonna spot the store A. Pero alam ba nila kung sino yung lalabas dito sa Z? Because, oh, he heard the step! He heard the step! That is the singular tap walk failed, and Akos is just gonna go down to 2F. Maybe Kim will get it. But Kim is just around the corner, even with the pre-fire, and I don't think he can even in this round, unfortunately. And 3-2, xSOLOQUEue with the lead dito sa kanilang BL side, but we've seen starts like this before, and Execration have yet to play their BL dito, pare.
Yep. It's gonna be an interesting one. We'll have to see whether or not xSOLOQUEue can do that same thing, right? Get that padding of a good number of rounds so that Execration can't really get back into the thick of things. Now push upcoming from Minate. The punishment in the terms of a couple of bullets in the body right now. A lot of health gone. And Kim, again, slowly pushing his way up. Now, up through storage. Dracifer lets go of the angle. This might be a miscall. As if he can get the timing. No, he does get checked out. Nades out, not much connection over onto Dracifer here. He's gonna have to back off out of here for safety. And Charleston finds Minate. That's not gonna be a good start.
Damn. What a find galing dito kay Charleston. I didn't think na kita yung position na yun from all the way from entrance B, but apparently it is. So, Kim, obviously making presence known dito sa exit kanina, is just gonna back off. And rest of them are gonna be in that B side. So, Kim is gonna be trying to be one big distraction dito sa A side para mapalipat yung mga ibang players ng Execration papunta sa A. But with the guy just jumping dito sa storage, I think as soon as xSOLOQUEue tries anything to store B, yeah, he's just gonna back off, make B side a whole lot harder to take.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be a fun time for xSOLOQUEue because they have to get through all these layers of defense from Execration here. And what? Avon got caught with the nade out, but still switches over to the pistol, gets that kill. Now Seiya.
Spotted.
Kim's gone. Luke and Minato here left alone, and it's gonna be 2v4 again. I don't know if they want to do this, man. Remember, battery is one of the hardest
They got
places
no
here on this
choice.
map to even get there. But Seiya finds Luke. It's going to be Minato left to do close to the impossible now. 1v4. Presence coming out from all angles here. Avon pushes forward. Now, punish here for it. 1v3. But it's so hard to do. And the backstab is coming in as well. There's for... Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Execration keeping it equal, pero gusto ko sana makita galing sa Exe na they would, get 2 rounds, 3 rounds in a row in this first half, considering they still have the more favored side of the map. But XQ, are they just gonna read out dito sa mapa natin? Aries trying to get some tower control, maybe a deeper nade dito sa con mid as they do just smoke it off. Dracifer does get a bit of damage dito kay Kim, but he's just gonna back off all the way to exit.
Oh!
Luke once again trying to test LB, but doesn't hurt anyone.
That's dangerous. You got a trap on the other side. That's 2 people. Got Charleston and Avon, right? And I think that they weren't really able to spot out Charleston. So I think Avon would be the only person expected on this side of the map. It's going to depend on whether or not they do that check together. There's just the right amount of distraction from Luke here on the long angle. Charleston out. Oops. It's a little bit awkward. The timing was not there. Ikus could not punish them here. And Avon and Charleston get 1 apiece. Minato trying to take the numbers back.
To get it.
Now, Flash is out. Cannot see a single thing. 2v4 again here for the teams. Gonna hit Mamba out again because the C4 though. Out in the open. Minato so close. Charleston knows it. And he takes him down. Now, down to the last 2 members of xSOLOQUEue here. Minate trying to push forward. Tried to get the advanced angle. Now Seiya gets Minate. It's gonna be up to Kim. He's inside the site, but he doesn't have the bomb. What do you do in this situation, sir?
Yeah, Aries is silent hopping backwards here. No one called this position, unfortunately. So, see what Kim can do. He's done a few clutches dito sa mga laruan natin, but it is gonna take a whole lot more. Charleston is on 1 HP. Seiya is pushed up all the way on SD. Kim? Yeah, Seiya's just gonna back off. No reason to fight this. With the C4 in their hands. 30 seconds left, and they know that Kim has to force this position. Charleston, tries to go for the very thin angle, pero pwede mag-peek dito si Seiya. Charleston goes down. Seiya does get him in return. And 4-3 execration. They get the round, but they need to streak here, man. They need a streak.
Yeah. Definitely need something more here. If they can get up to 6, then maybe it would be a better GR side for them. But and so far, if it's this close, it kind of makes you doubt how you're going to win this map in the end. xSOLOQUEue, of course, trying to keep up the hope still. Might be down on it here, but Kim pushes all the way out. Caught in the open. Seiya, the timing was not right. And even doing the double kill. What is that? What's going on? xSOLOQUEue, they're falling apart piece by piece right now. It's going to be Minates alone again. Yes, there was damage done, but the kills were just not on the board, Sneaky. And now with Minate, left to try and do the impossible. 1, 2, down, but Charleston's there elsewhere. Sheer amount of brute force from Execration to clean it up. Now they hit 5.
Yeah, I was asking for a streak galing dito sa Execration, and that's one way to grab the round out of the hands of xSOLOQUEue. Just go aggressive on all parts of the map. And they go 5 and 3. Flash is gonna go through Luke down to 1 HP. But what is XQ gonna do? Dracifer is just gonna get Kim. And Kim has been pushing itong LA again and again and again. So Dracifer is eventually gonna catch on dito sa pinagagawa ni Kim dito sa LA. But still, Aries down to low HP. Didn't you spot?
I don't think... Did he not see the feet?
Nah, he 100% saw it, but... Alam mo naman, when you just half-check an angle and your brain isn't there.
Yep. Tunnel visioned into it now. 2 people down for xSOLOQUEue. It's gonna be a hard time. Minate, despite all this smoke, right? Still trying to find something on the other end of it. Just not people crossing. Look how thick it is, man. If you are on, it was in Edsa here. The kill coming in from Minate, and Seiya gets the double kill. It's gonna be Luke. Again, 1v4. I don't understand why it's always either Luke or Minate in the clutch situation. But it does just happen. 1v4, Charleston out on curve. Not going to be able to see anything here as Luke Continuing to explore out through the window, gets a kill but falls to her death. And that's gonna be another round. Execration 6-3. We asked for a better GR side for them, and they got it.
There we go. And 16 frags for Seiya. What a game by him. This is definitely, legacy-defining game para kay Seiya, having one of these games as well against one of the stronger teams dito sa Impact. Execration took to close out this game, but xSOLOQUEue is holding for now, which is the right thing to do, especially pagdating dito sa compound.
Yeah. Don't want to get too spicy. Of course, yeah, we know xSOLOQUEue, they have kind of that team identity as one of the more, let's say, violent teams, right? They try and actively look for it. It's going to be gone at the hands of Graceper. That's not going to be a good sign. And Charleston takes down Kim. So right now, somehow, some way, Execration, they're just getting the right timings here on their peaks. And there's not really much of a protocol behind it to try and fill up that open space after.
So I think for a two-man peak dito sa mid, which is definitely a good idea unless there's 4 people sa mid sa Execration. Oh, Luke. You have to be careful about Ares' presence. Cannot run away from this position at all. They're just gonna check her. And Luke still gets it. Doesn't get Ares in return. It's a 2v4. Ilka's trying to go aggressive but Aven knows about it. Minato na lang natitira. Tignan natin. Minato, kaya mo bang makabawi? 1v4. Let's see what he can do from this position. Seiya does get sprayed down. Not an instant headshot, so he does take some damage. Charleston coming in to CR. But then that is just him going down. 7-3 for Execration.
Yep. That's not the good sign, man. Said earlier, Execration, when they can get the streak, that it might be curtains, and they are starting to get one. But now, a lot.
And we're gonna try this bit of LB control para sa Execration. They're playing it a lot more safe this time. Both. Kim with a ace out of nowhere. There we go. That's what we need from one of the members here of xSOLOQUEue. It's the Kim versus Seiya. Kim versus Seiya sa compound. And that's what you need from your star players at this very moment. Both sides having shooters.
Yeah. Actually, insanity out of Kim. I think it was pretty funny earlier on in the group stage where people were starting to really doubt whether or not Kim was gonna be a good addition to xSOLOQUEue as a team. But it seems to me that everything just seems to be going well for them up until this point. The problem is, right? Yeah, they did get that round, but they're still 3 behind. If Execration, they just stop the momentum right here, right now, then it's pretty much gonna be over. Now the plan finally gonna be coming in. Got him here, 2v2. Position from Aven could be a great one. He's ready for Luke. And now Kim stays alive for just a little bit longer. They'll get that kill. Charleston, though, will finalize it. And Execration, they're up to 8. 2 rounds away from victory here in a sealed playoff spot.
There we go. Execration. It took 3 maps, but a win is a win anyways para sa kanila dito. Flash is gonna go through mid. And yeah, I mean, both sides having shooters, but at the same time, how do you say this? The bottom line So
Yeah.
is a lot worse at the moment. Ikas and Minato not finding too much.
Yeah, a little bit of a problem, right? When you have a team that really depends on being in flow state all the time,
Yeah,
it's too hard to maintain the top performance all the time, right? Which is
I hate to
why
do this to
like
my homie, man.
nine out
Like,
of 10 times, right? You want
I
to have a team that's at least the consistency is there.
there we go. I hate to do this to my homie, bro. But I gotta be real. I gotta be real, man. I gotta be real. I mean, having 3 kills on compound is definitely not it, especially GR side
No,
tayo
no, it's
dito.
not, man.
Kim has
It's,
17. It's looking like one of our pubs, honestly.
yeah.
But actually, yeah, it's like just replace Ecos with my name, and that's pretty much it. Ganun talaga yun. It is what it is. But there we go.
Oh,
Minate will
good
get itong si
morning.
Dracifer. Minate will get itong si Seiya. Can he get the third? Luke
Oh,
Kim. Look at the return. 8-5. xSOLOQUEue. Down but not out. Dito sa game natin. Honestly, it's only 3 points, but Execration are one cheeky play away from reaching it to match point. So what is XU gonna do? Are they gonna throw something weird at them, pare? Nah,
might
they're just
be.
gonna go 3 mid. 3 mid nade and then back off.
Right. Got him now again. We'll see whether or not Execration can throw a wrench in the system of xSOLOQUEue right now. Because if you can see how Mr. Dracifer actually slowly pushing up now. I don't know if he's gonna be able to find the correct angle here because it's a little bit risky knowing that Minato's here. Also got Ikas just outside as well. So the information not gonna be granted too easily for Execration. And I think they're aware of that. And it's why they're so actively approaching each of the key points on the map right now. They can get information about which ones are contested and which ones are not. Now, with 3 here on B, I think they should be aware of the possible push out coming in from other parts of the map. Again, Execration going quiet. Essentially going dark right now. No comms, no nothing. And a slow push up through curve might be it for them. Now the flash is coming out. Kim's gonna be left out on the outside. He does get Racer for here, but Charleston's gonna be there at the trade. Now, oh, what is that? They walk right into the crosshairs of the Execration players now. It's gonna be only 2 for xSOLOQUEue. It was an effort to try and get them out of B, but the problem was the plan's gonna be going elsewhere. Now, Minato pushes it all the way in. It's gonna be Ikas trying to pick up the pieces. 1v3. Now, 37 seconds left as the bomb has been planted. He's gonna have to check out 2F. Seiya pushes all the way out. He's playing around the pillar. But now, as he waits for it, the tag comes in even. Pushes out, he gets taken down, but gives just enough time for Seiya to catch him unawares. And that's it.
Yeah.
Set point, match point, Execration 1 round away from sealing that playoff spot.
9-5. Execration on the brink of compound. And Kim, he wants to go aggressive. Oh, just peeks it. But Minate, I think he's made it to tower, so pwede i-cover ni Minate. Dito si Kim and Ikas is gonna get Dracifer, but Aries, here he comes. We'll get itong si Minate caught out in the open. Minato
Seiya?
goes down immediately. But Seiya, let's see what he can do. Can he make it 23 frags para sa kanya dito?
Yeah. He's having a life game right now. Nicholas is right around the corner. Yes.
Oh.
Good on the peek out here. The headshot over on the Seiya flash. Now gonna be the self flash, unfortunately, but Aries does get Ikas in the end. Problem is, right, he might have sacrificed a little bit too much health than one would have wanted in that kind of fight. It is 2v2, but it's gonna be a very, very apparent weakness for him. Luke. Oh, he misses the shot. But does give them the information. Kim out for the crunch now. Aries left alone. 1v1, it has to be a headshot from him, but he cannot convert. Kim denies it. xSOLOQUEue, they're not at the door just yet.
Ay, ay, ay. And the Kim versus Seiya story extends longer. Dito sa laruan natin, 21 for Kim, 20 on Seiya. And those two are really going at it dito sa compound map natin.
Right, Aries against Minate. Watches out, checks Luke, does get the kill. Look at that. Thrown
my
chaos
God.
into the mix right now. Kim does get that kill over onto Seiya, but Racer is there for the trade. Two people spotted out on A's side. They double peek here. Racer not going to be able to take down the numbers here. It's too much. VS4. Charles joining the fray in a matter of seconds now. We're down to the last 2v2. Even still alive here. Minute trying to stay alive in the midst of it all. Trying to deny the victory. Trying to hold on by a thread now as Minutes. He does get that kill, but Avon going all the way around. Not going to be expected. And right here, right now, it might just be it. Minate, none the wiser of the pull out coming in from Avon.
Oh!
Sees him
He's
out
not spotted?
past the pillar. No, gets out the way through Z.
He might
He's
be
not
dead.
even looking in the right direction.
He might be dead.
Pushed out here, taking too long, and Avon takes it away. Execration on the back of an ins them. Then things do end up in their victory more often than not. And you can see it again. We talked about how this was kind of a game of shooters between Seiya and Kim here, so we're going to be seeing their names up in lights for the next few seconds. But yeah, this was a really back and forth series up until the point where we did switch sides and Execration finally found their stride.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the more that the map goes, I feel like Execration just gets a lot more warmed up dito sa laruan natin. I feel like that LB hold was one of the bigger problems that they have to go through, especially nung 4-3 na yung score natin. Execration just got LB control every single time, and it just got a lot more solid and solid para sa kanila dito. And it also helped that Seiya had a pop-off game sa compound, scoring 20 plus frags. And yeah, and overall just a solid game, or solid compound para sa Execration. But yeah, they might need to work on their fourth a bit, but still, a win is a win. But look at this. Bam! 5K by Kim. He's gonna post that later, para. I'm calling
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna do that, man.
post na yan mamaya. Alam ko na yan, Kim.
He
Tag
might
mo
have
na lang
lost,
ako.
but he still got a highlight out of it. And of course, I mean, it's not xSOLOQUEue without a few highlight plays, man.
Yeah, for sure. But here we go, taking a look at the set summary. And Seiya with a 1.82, 1.25. Kim with a 2.20, 1.38. And those two really had like a Goku versus Vegeta fight dito sa compound, pare. But obviously, it's a team game. And overall, Execration were just a better team dito sa compound, pare.
Yeah. And again, I think when it comes to Execration, right, they're definitely, when it comes to the word team, they know how to really embody that. Because they didn't need to fully depend on Seiya, because we did still have some moments out of Charles. I mean, he still had some moments out of Racifer and Aries as well, right? The calling was great because they could more often than not find where the stragglers were for xSOLOQUEue. And yeah, whenever it does come down to it, it's usually a 2v1 fight between Execration and XSOLOQUEue. And at that point, you know, it just kind of goes sideways for the enemy team.
Yeah, and especially in if they have Charleston in good form, if you have Aries in good form, even Dracifer doesn't have to do much at the entry dito sa laruan natin. But we're gonna have the match MVP, of course. And it is most likely itong probably Seiya, right? Yeah, probably Seiya.
Yep.
Granted, his set 1 wasn't that good, but his set 2 and set 3 made all the difference para sa Execration dito.
Yeah, got some real spice out of it. I think Seiya, despite chat kind of kicking him around time and time again, he does still perform as a great player here individually. And you know, when you're in a system that works like Execration, right, you have the ability to pop off because you have that support system. You know that you can depend on the rest of your team to provide that support, the flashes in the right timings, or the pressure in the right spots of the map whenever you want to push forward.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Seiya is such a key player to Execration, especially when he's the kind of pop-off player that you have to look for. And yeah, I mean, with 13, 1.25, pretty good for a support. And Headshot definitely had a improvement into set number 3, granted. He was back on the 8K. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, Execration back in first?
All the way
Already?
to first because of the so it's round differential actually that has put him above their team here.
Okay. Wait, so HGT, do they have a game today? Oh, they don't. So
They
more
do
pa yung
not,
game dito
yeah.
ng HGT. So HGT, the only chance na they can get first is if they win against itong xSOLOQUEue. And xSOLOQUEue is also vying for maybe at least getting a 5-2 to make the round differential matter dito. But Execration, they could also keep first place if they win against Bastilan Gamer tomorrow. And matches B, they're gonna go up against SBK, which I think would be a favorable matchup para sa MJP. But knowing the familiarity of both teams natin, yeah, SBK can pull off some tricks dito sa mga mapa. But I think for SBK, yung Ankara nila is gonna be looking a bit dangerous kasi MJB also loves to play mapa nila, especially they can't coin the MJB A don't push that they do every single round dito sa GR side. And I don't, it doesn't make sense, but they're good enough of players to pull that off every single time. So, ayun nga. My prediction would be, I feel like MJB does beat itong SBK, right? So maybe that can place him all the way up to first, but Execration DSD could be a 2-on-1, especially pag the Black Widow sila dito. And I don't know about the last one because I have friends on both sides. So I'm not gonna say kung sino yung mananalo dun sa last series natin. We're just gonna know whoever pops out tomorrow. But yun nga, I feel like that's still gonna be a good ender to this entire group stage, no? xSOLOQUEue versus HGT, both teams already met before. And I think in yung last season, who actually beat the last season? Let me take a look at summer. So, playoffs, there we go. It's actually Kirby Gaming Team beating the old xSOLOQUEue roster 3-0 dito sa playoffs, right? So maybe this is just, this maybe a bit of revenge para sa kanila dito to get their comeuppance dito sa fall, pare. Right after this, we will see you guys in a bit. And yeah, the only match that we played today is itong second series natin, which is XQ versus Execration. Obviously, Execration losing itong fourth map natin, pero bumawi naman sila going into map number 2 and map number 3. So that's a very nice series to cap off yung day natin. Execration obviously getting itong first place dito sa group stage. xSOLOQUEue now in fourth, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there is still no chance para makabalik yung DST dito sa fourth place natin because of the round differential, but we'll see tomorrow, right? Malibon, diba? There's miracles can happen dito.
Napakadami pa rin talagang mga opportunities na pwede nating abangan kasi still, day number 7 natin for today, pero for tomorrow, last day ng ating group stage, doon natin makikita kung paano re-rest back yung ibang mga teams in order for them to sustain and maintain yung kanilang spot dito sa playoffs. And especially, yes, Execration, nakita natin yung run nila kanina. Ito lang yung masasabi mo pinaka-main highlight for today dito sa ating match up against the side of Samsri and or up against the side of xSOLOQUEue rather. And again, napakaganda rin na performance dito sa side ng Execration, but unfortunately nga, sad to say, para dito sa side ng Samsri, nagkaroon nga sila ng dalawang pagkatalo via default and automatically SBK and Vengeance nakuha agad sila ng pinakamabilis na 2-0 win dito sa araw na to.
Honestly, it would have been nice to see itong Vengeance and Samsri clashing, no? Dito sa laruan natin, considering they're kind of both in the same spot on group stage, but I feel like, yeah, Samsri just, don't want to play it. They just want to forget about what happened dito sa Impact. Can't blame them, no, honestly. It's been a rough time for them, capping in from what was fourth place, and now they're at the bottom of the barrel. But we're just gonna take a look at the team standings and see where we are at dito sa ating tournament. And if I can remember, yep, Execration is in the first place with a 5-1, and the round differential does matter dito sa laruan natin. Herbie Gaming with second. They can easily get first place pag nanalo sila against a really hard opponent in the name of xSOLOQUEue tomorrow. And Matches P, who is gonna go up against nobody kasi tapos na pala yung run nila dito sa ating laruan. So, oh, never mind. They're going up against SPK tomorrow. I'm sure. Pero yun nga, if they can win against SPK, then maybe depends around differential, they can tie up with Execration, who they did beat before. So, yeah, to cap things off dito sa mga games natin bukas, xSOLOQUEue, of course, HGT. Yeah, HGT, that's their way to get first, and xSOLOQUEue, that's their way to maybe inch up a bit, no, dito sa top 4 natin, kasi feeling ko, if ma-upset dito yung Matches P, if ma-upset dito yung X, there still could be places moving around dito sa first and fourth.
Tsaka napaka-importante rin in order for them to get the spot. Kasi syempre, papunta dun sa playoffs picture, may kita mo rin kung sino yung ayaw mo munang makalaban papunta dun sa ating semifinals. Kasi syempre, alam naman natin, daglagan portion pa rin naman patungo dun sa playoffs and definitely dun sa mga players natin, teams na papasok para bukas at makukuha na sure dito sa ating spot. May kita rin naman natin ngayon yung schedule for tomorrow para mas maintindihan ng mga viewers natin kung ano pa yung kailangan nilang abangan para bukas, day number 8 ng ating group stage. Dyan ang matches B up against the side of SBK Esports, Bastilan Gamer up against the side of Execration, and last game, xSOLOQUEue up against the side of Herbie Gaming.
Yeah, and that means one thing, playoffs is around the corner, guys. So make sure na abangan nyo yung semis natin. It is gonna be on October 8th. Let me make sure what day it is. It is on a Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday po ang ating semis. Tuesday for semis and Wednesday for grand final and the third place match. So make sure na abangan nyo dito sa Crossfire Philippines na page. Drop a follow, turn on the notification bell para ma-remind kayo kung inaabangan nyo ang ating Impact and Final